Hi, I wanted to make a little video about second position because a lot of people have difficulties with second position and fourth position. And I think the root of the problem is the concept of where your hand actually is. Now, it's a little bit of a philosophical thing because when we're in first position, we never really, after we played for a little while, we never really think about where the first finger goes anymore because we have that nut as a reference. So we know that our E is here and our E flat's there. And so we have a high, what we call a high one and a low one. And then we know where the other fingers are and kind of in relation to that. But we don't really think backwards with the hand, which is what you have to do. Anytime you move up the neck, you have to think of the finger relationships. Are they as to the finger patterns? I call my finger patterns 1, 2, 4, and 3. And that's a really profound thing. Sometime I'll show you about that in the book that I wrote about finger patterns and the relation to the scales. But it's really crucial when you move up the neck to understand how the fingers relate to one another, not so much about what the notes are or where they are. And so it's a subtle thing. So let me show you how I proceed with teaching it. So you know where your third finger goes in first position as that perfect fourth above the nut. So if you do open 3, 4, for example, that's a really great way to orient your hand. You've got your third finger that matches the string below, like that, and your fourth finger that matches the string above. Right, so if we use those as our reference points, and now simply move the hand up so that the 2 and 3 take that position. So you could use this little exercise where you do 0, 3, 4 and match it with 0, 2, 3. And then you have this beautiful thing because you have your hand balanced right in the middle of the fingerboard. And that's going to be your new hand parameter. So then from there, what you can do is you can say, well, am I going to do this pattern 3 or am I going to do this pattern 2? And what's happening is this. See, when we're in first position, so many of us think like this, okay, and we're going to raise that third finger. That's not really what happens. And I can explain that again in another video if you like. But so you have this is your kingpins, and this is what's going on around there. Okay, so now watch what we can do with that. If we go on the D string, so we do 0, 3, 4, and then I go across the street here. So the most common error is that people lose their bearing of where that first finger goes. Does it go here? And because we're so used to that, just security of pinning the first finger down somewhere. See if you can get away from that. So go across to the D, put your first finger here, finger pattern 2, and you have a D major scale. Or if you go across the street, you have A major. Okay? And what you can think of is that's just your G major scale moved up, or your C major scale moved up, like that pattern like that. So if you play G major, and then move to second position, put your second finger there. And now you got to get that first finger. That's the one that's disobedient. It likes to go in here. Keep your hand balanced. And then over here. Now what if we go the other way with the fingers? What if we go down like this? Instead of this, that. The 2 and the 3 didn't move. So now I have F major, or C, or over here B flat. So maybe watch this video a couple times. There's your security blanket. The 2 and the 3 don't move. And you've got those scales. And from there you can move to other finger patterns. You could go like this and you could have F minor, or B flat minor, or C minor. It's really cool. Don't be afraid of second position. Try it out. And if you want more help, just don't hesitate to reach out or leave a comment and I'll make another video. Thanks. Hope that helps.